Boko Haram was ranked the world's deadliest terror group by the Global Terrorism Index in 2015, causing a global-scale crisis in countries like Nigeria, Chad, Niger, and Cameroon, which are all member countries of the Lake Chad Basin. It is to mitigate the impact of this crisis that the Lake Chad Basin Commission, the African Union, and the United Nations Development Programme are holding this meeting to adopt a regional stabilization strategy.
The first pillar of this strategy is the security and human rights pillar, which cuts across all other pillars. The transition from military presence in the affected areas to that of civil police, as well as the roles of the civilian joint task force, are central to the success or otherwise of the strategy.
The United Nations Development Programme country director spoke on challenges faced in the Lake Chad Basin.
UNDP and the entire UN system stands ready to support, where it may be necessary, partners to ensure inclusive, sustainable and accountable implementation of the strategy to help lift millions of vulnerable people out of poverty.
The African Union, on its part, pledged its full support for the strategy, saying it is part of the Union's Conflict Prevention and Management Directive.
We give our full support to this process and we look forward to its validation and to its signing. For us, it is very, very important as part of our prevention, conflict prevention and conflict management, for us to have this strategy, and we really thank our partnership with the United Nations in this.
The Ministry of Water Resources for Nigeria spoke on the need for a stabilization strategy in the region.
The formulation of a regional stabilization strategy was born out of the need to develop a framework to curtail the mayhem and ravaging activities of the Boko Haram insurgents, to uphold human rights principles and protect lives and properties, especially of the most vulnerable.
Again, it is buttressed that military action alone is insufficient to fight the war on insurgency and terrorism. Nigeria has been a member of the Lake Chad Basin Commission since 1964 and pays 52% of its $1 million annual budget. Now, for the next few days, member countries of the Lake Chad Basin Commission will be combing through this newly adopted stabilization strategy, looking at areas of engagement which they believe will be sufficient in fighting terror and bringing peace to a region whose prosperity has been adversely affected by Boko Haram. Kayla Megwa, Channels Television News.